Okay, I think it's time to roll the intro. I'm here lurking behind the intro. Where am I? You don't know. You guys. Hello and welcome to Tardis Wiki Roulette. I'm sorry that we had a little bit of a late start and apparently the chat is invisible for some reason. Hold on, let me just fix that really quickly. Hold on, let me just get you guys Marxist Wiki Roulette. Okay. I think that should work, but it's not working for some reason. The wheel is here, by the way. Everyone say hi to the wheel. Shit. What fresh hell is this? Where are you? I need my people. I'm gonna make the intro cheers if I want to. I saw it. You can retract it if you want, but I saw it. Alright, it looks like we're doing tech wiki roulette right now because the chat isn't working. So 1 fucking second. Jesus. That's really unusual though. Let me see if I can get this working. Well, for now. Oh, there we go. For now, we can have this. I know it's not ideal, but I'm gonna have to figure out how to get the chat working because apparently it's not working now. Hang on. Going to get a new CSS file. So yeah, welcome to Tardis Wiki Roulette. Having one of these days. Hey, hello, Nizakon. How are you doing? I think we're just going to crack on with this stream. Welcome to the show, by the way. I think we're just going to crack on with this stream. Craig, shut up. Nizakon is milkshake. Are you milkshake? Oh god, I see Cookie Boy has asked for some things, so I'll grab those really quickly. Do we have any other entries on the wheel? How is your day going, my friend and friends? Hang on. What's your opinion of Patrick Troughton? Milkshake? Are you milkshake? Interesting. Tedious milkshake secret account. I always thought that was you, to be honest, Craig. Stud had 2 families. God damn it. Oh, I am the most awake of anyone. Oh no. Oh no. I'm really glad the Discord link isn't up today. I don't know shit about milkshake. Ah, you're not a milkshake connoisseur. I like strawberry milkshake. Strawberry milkshake's good. Can you see the Fnords? What? All manner of things shall be well. I am concerned now. So long as you are good. What does that mean? Wiki Roulette, yay. That sounded vaguely like a threat. And I'm going to time you out if you do that again. For the entire stream. Okay, I like vanilla milkshakes. Vanilla is the best flavor for everything. Oh, interesting. I apologize. What's interesting about that? Not a threat. Well, we'll watch how you word shit. He's too happy. Seeing the Fnords is a reference to a trilogy of books. Which trilogy of books is it a reference to? Lol, because it is unexpected. Okay. You're good. I'm good. I'm glad that I'm good. I'm glad that I'm good. So I should probably explain the premise of the show because we've already been going for 10 minutes and we haven't done a wheel spin yet. You have Disney Plus now. That's cool. I'm glad that you have Disney Plus now. Yeah, I should explain the premise of the show. Does anyone know who this person is, by the way? Because I'm getting a very bad vibe from them. I'm getting a very, like, kind of, I'm in on something that you're not energy from them. No idea. So, yeah. That's my instinct, anyway. So, let's go and take a look now. Okay, let's spit this over. Basically, spider senses tingling. I do think it's interesting that they're suddenly silent as well. I think someone might have come on to try and fuck with the stream, and I think they might have overplayed the hand a little bit and got caught out. Might have happened there. Now I can watch my favorite movies like Herbie Fully Loaded, 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 and Herbie Fully Loaded. I hope you have a wonderful time watching Herbie Fully Loaded, 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 and Herbie Fully Loaded. Hope you have a wonderful time doing that. Okay. So, the way it works is we take entries for the TardisWiki, Wiki, we put it on this wheel, we spin this wheel, and then it lands on stuff and we look it up. And hopefully funny stuff happens. Herbie from the Fantastic Four, we can only hope, we can only dream. Let's spin the wheel. Everyone say hello to Alan, by the way. I'm sorry the connection was a little bit spotty early on. I do think we fixed it though. It seems like it's okay now, and that was just a momentary issue. Okay, let's spin the wheel.
Yeah, baby.
Genocide of the Time Lords. God damn it, we're off to a good start. Okay. Let's go onto the wheel. Enraged after discovering the truth of the timeless child, the spy master took to razing his home planet Gallifrey to the ground. The 13th Doctor believed that this was the second destruction of Gallifrey following the so-called fall of Gallifrey at the close of the last Great Time War. Love the thumbnail. Thank you. I was going to make a new thumbnail for today, but I lapsed because I had a massive anxiety attack earlier on. But I'm feeling much better now. Ish. How much have I missed? Not much. Someone came on a burner account and tried to like derail the stream, basically. We think it might have been tedious, but they like made some weird veiled threatening like statements, and I told them to go fuck themselves in not so many words. And now they've disappeared, and it's very interesting to see how fast they the courage evaporated there. If they pop up again, I'll just ban them. Together with Ko-Sharmus's use of the death particle, eradicating all remaining life on the planet, this was later remembered by the 15th Doctor as the genocide of the Time Lords, making him the last of the Time Lords after all. This destruction came in two massive waves, as eventually rippling out across space and time, beginning with the Master's initial destruction, which he seemed to revel in, later recounting how he watched it all burn. This all meant that the 15th Doctor was all alone again, an adopted orphan without much hope of seeing his own people again, but with no choice but to keep travelling in the TARDIS as he had before. As a result, he was always moving on, exploring new horizons, but hardly ever himself to process his emotions, because that's who he felt he needed to be. This dream series is nothing but derailings. Yeah, but they're derailings that are happening because, like, funny stuff is happening, or there's an interesting thing that I want to talk about, or I'm arguing with Najawin. I don't want derailings to happen where someone is clearly being, like, hostile to the stream. Like, fuck that shit. No. Absolutely will not tolerate that shit. And I go entirely on vibe. We are about feels, not reals, on Tardis Wiki Roulette. What did I miss? We're talking about the genocide of the Time Lords. Right now, last of the Time Lords spitting on the Moffat era. So and I will never argue about USAD. You know I love you, Najawin. You know it's said in with warmth in my heart of hearts. Careful, that's a dangerous mentality. I don't actually mean it. I just had a real hostile vibe from that person, and so I'm defensive now. I don't know. I don't generally do that though. They did kind of have bomb threat vibes to me, not gonna lie. Yeah, they really did. They really, really did. I don't know. I've survived on those instincts. They've never proven me wrong. Whenever I've gotten that feeling about something, I've always known to keep my guard up. And this was no exception. It's weird running TARDIS Wiki Roulette old school like this. So yeah, the transparent chat is not working right now. So we're resorting to using the YouTube chat so that I didn't have to delay the stream any more than I already had. I know, but you know what, Bruce? I appreciate you checking me and making sure that I'm not developing a dangerous mentality. I appreciate that. That's very good of you. Let's see. Okay, we've got to read the article. We've got to get back to the article. Once more, I object to the inclusion of ads and behind-the-scenes details. We'll get there. I'm interested to see what this is about. This seems like a massive can of worms we've never discussed. Well, you know, we're all about massive cans of worms here at Tardis Wiki Roulette. This means that the 15th Doctor was all alone again, an adopted orphan without much hope of seeing his own people again, but with no choice but to keep on travelling in the TARDIS as he had before. As a result, he was always moving on, exploring new horizons, but hardly ever giving himself time to process his emotions, because that's who he felt he needed to be. Having been made aware of the Spy Master's raising of Gallifrey, the 13th Doctor reasoning that both the Gallifreyan Gat and the fugitive Doctor, whom she encountered in the 2020 Gloucester incident, were from her own past, as Gallifrey was gone forever, having been destroyed by a lunatic in her time. Why is there a Time Lord just called Gun, by the way? What's going on there? Naja is on about the Pokemon page and stuff like it. Ah! Well, we'll see if we land on it, I guess. If that don't work, use more gun. Craig put gun. I'll put gun. I'll put gun on there. Not all of the Time Lords are dead. Yes, they are. Russell said so. And you have to understand he's very clever. The Gallifreyan Gat? Yeah. RTD is dumb. Susan is also dead. Hello, Lamb. Lamb, so good to see you. You missed some fun stuff earlier. Hope you're doing good. Are you finding about Braxiatel? No, I still am not quite sure what that is. I'm sure we'll get to it. And then I'll make a video about it. And I say this as someone who literally wrote a story with a Time Lord post-Empire of Death. Russell T. Dumb. I think your friend sent you something. My friend. Oh, okay. I'll check. We'll see what your friend sent me, Craig. That's really good. Like, that's genuinely really good. Tell your friend they did a really good job. I love that. That's amazing. You mean Nizicon? It might be. We don't know that yet. I don't know though, because Craig is mischievous, but Craig also like does listen sometimes. And that person was not like mischievous. They were being hostile. It was very different. It was a very different vibe. Tedious is back. What? It might have been Tedious. It might have been Tedious's vigilante alter ego come to take revenge on me like the Punisher. That might have been what was going on there. Too tedious, too milkshake. Oh dear. I'll never forget when I made fun of their YouTube channel intro and they fucking deleted it like immediately after. And I don't mean fanfic, Ryan. I know that you're a proper Doctor Who writer. Cool paper you might be into. Large language models share representations of latent grammatical concepts across typologically diverse languages. That's a funny joke, Najawin. I'm assuming that was a joke. I didn't understand a word of it. I'll read it on the beach. Sick. Having been made aware of the... Alright, did I read this bit? I tagged Soto there. I know, I still read it. Far later in the timeline, you have to understand that it's like a teleprompter. Like, I just see over there and I like read it. Usually. For later in the timeline, the curator discussed Gallifrey Falls No More, a painting which concerned the fall of Gallifrey at the Time War's end, with Dr. Henry Black, and revealed that it would be much better described as Gallifrey Falls No More until the next time. I fucking hate that. As a future incarnation of the Doctor. Indeed, an extremely high number of lives from those events. The curator knew that Discord would return to Gallifrey following the end of the war. After the Time War, Rassilon fixated on the Visionaries' continued insistence that Gallifrey would fall, and that the Doctor and the Master alone would survive. As last of the Time Lords, he came to believe that the hybrid of Time Lord legend would bring about their doom. And suspected that the 12th Doctor knew what it was. As a result, he ordered that the Doctor's current companion, Clara Oswald, be killed. As for the Doctor to be brought forward to disclose what he knew of the hybrid. What tea am I missing? Someone got very weird in the chat, and their icon was the same color as yours. So for a split second, I thought it was you. And I was about to time you out for 10 minutes. I'm sorry, Phil. You know I love you, Bubby. Be right back. Well, I wasn't even there. I regret not being there. I regret you not being there too. By the way, what a convoluted plan for the time. I know! There's so many moving parts. Super convoluted plan for the Time Lords. It's very true, Bruce. Be right back. Wow. G word of the Time Lords. This only resulted in the Doctor BVS Lex type shit. I know, it really is. Don't start. Their convoluted plans have been worse. Yeah, they're all about convoluted plans. That is very true. Your message isn't showing, sadly. Why isn't your message showing? What happened? Genesis of the Daleks was caused by Genesis of the Daleks. And that's what we call a stable time loop. You have to understand, I'm very clever. That Time Lords would rather pull Xanatos gambits than go to therapy. True! In the aftermath of the last Great Time War, the Ninth Doctor believed himself to be the last of the Time Lords, his people and his world having perished when he ended the conflict by driving the Daleks to near extinction. When confronted by surviving Daleks, the Doctor admitted that he had survived alone as a coward, with Clara Oswald observing that much later that the 12th Doctor continued to suffer from survivor's guilt. The 10th Doctor, however, told the cult of Skaro that he survived the Time War by fighting, though the act of killing the Time Lords continued to weigh heavily on him, to the point that, after discovering that the War Master had escaped the conflict, the Doctor had reached out to the regenerated Master, both before and after the Master was killed and subsequently resurrected. On the latter occasion, the Doctor and the Master were both embroiled in the final sanction, an attempt by Rassilon from the last day of the Great Time War to secure Gallifrey's survival at the cost of the rest of reality. During the war itself, the Doctor had prepared to use the moment to destroy both the Time Lords and the Daleks, with the 10th Doctor acknowledging that he had to stop the former before thwarting Rassilon's move to bring about Gallifrey's return, sending the Time Lords back into the hell of the Time War. The Master, finding that he had been used to facilitate the final sanction, attacked Rassilon and so joined Gallifrey in the Time War time lock, leaving the Doctor alone once again with the circumstances soon leading to the 10th Doctor's regeneration. RTD just ripping off Lawrence Miles again. What are you talking about, Najwin? RTD would never rip off Lawrence Miles. Ever. That would never happen. My lawyer was told me to say that. This is just the Celestis. I don't know what the Celestis is, but I know that you're right. Original law, do not steal. I'm glad that you feel cute, Carco Queen. Where were you before? Right, so we're over here. In contrast to the 10th Doctor, the one who regrets the moment identified the 11th Doctor as the one who forgets. On one occasion, the Doctor was eager to find surviving Time Lords after discovering a Time Lord hypercube from his old friend the Corsair, only to find that hypercubes were merely what remained of Time Lords who were murdered by House, a being which fed on TARDISes, much to his anger. What happened? Someone came on and gave like real bomb threat vibes. Like on the stream. If you go down the chat log, you can see them. You were making your bed? Oh, well, you should have been being antagonistic to this person being threatening. It would have been a good time. Skullmaster, you smoke and mirror rituals involving blood. Yeah, that's true. It is just faction paradox. That is true. Mildly threatening troll. Yeah. We think it might have been Tedious Milkshake. That's a theory that's going around. I'm not 100% though. Could have just been any other person who hates me, and there are a lot. So, as a result of the Great Intelligence's attack on the Doctor's time stream, the 11th Doctor was forced to acknowledge the existence of a past incarnation whom he refused to acknowledge as the Doctor, the product of the 8th Doctor's regeneration. The War Doctor, once remembered as the one who used the moment, a sentient weapon, to destroy Gallifrey, however, whilst the War Doctor was prepared to end the war, the moment used time windows to bring him into contact with future selves, the 10th and 11th Doctors. After settling the Zygon invasion of Earth together, the future Doctors acknowledged their wartime self as the Doctor and were ready to join him in using the moment before, at the urging of Clara Oswald. They seized the opportunity to change what they had believed to be their personal timeline by joining with their other incarnations to save Gallifrey, relocating the planet to a pocket universe. Sacrificial, what the fuck? Colin Baker's existence is directly caused by an alternate 5th Doctor that looks like Colin Baker, who fights in the Time War and ends up spread throughout the multiverse in little bits. I'm not gonna lie, I think I would have preferred that. That's great. When is that going to be a Big Finish audio? It's a real Doctor Who story. I have it on my table in multiple copies. Which Doctor Who story is that? That's crazy. Which Doctor Who story is that, lab? I actually don't think the Sycorax are that similar. It is very surface level. Yeah, it is basically just the look and the fact that they do like bloodshed. I do think it's similar enough, though. Especially with how much the rest of the first season, like, leans on Lawrence Miles stuff that's been, like, taken, basically. I don't know. He's called the Warrior. It's already a Big Finish. It's Doctor of War box set too. That's amazing. That's absolutely fucking amazing. Okay. Indeed, Gallifrey's Survival was confirmed when the Doctor was drawn to the planet Trenzalore, where the Time Lords had broadcast the question as a message through a crack in time over the planet, as half the universe amassed at Trenzalore to prevent the Time Lords' return. The Doctor refused to answer the Time Lords lest the Time War began anew, and stood guard on Trenzalore for centuries, to the brink of dying of old age. Speaking through the crack, Clara urged the Time Lords to prevent the Doctor's death, which was done when they sent regeneration energy which enabled the Doctor to destroy the Dalek forces over Trenzalore, whilst he began his regeneration into the 12th Doctor. Meanwhile, the crack over Trenzalore was closed, the Time Lords electing not to return at this time and place. Doctor in War is brilliant, probably my favourite performance by Colin. I haven't heard it. I've heard good things about it just now from you. Colin Baker is the cause of Doctor Who, which makes him the first Doctor. You know what? I'd be okay with Colin Baker being the first Doctor, because honestly, when I imagine the Doctor in my head as like an archetypal figure, it's usually either Colin or Peter Capaldi. It's one of those. Ryan, quickly refresh the page. I will refresh the page. I will do that. There, the page has been refreshed. Has stuff been added in real time to this wiki page? Did that happen? Did stuff just get added in real time? Xavier Lemelin. Colin Baker is cool. There isn't a big change, but I want to see if you notice something. Okay. Oh, so this is like an IQ test, basically. Well, I tell you right now, I'm probably going to fail. Yes, he's the multiversal counterpart of an alternate Fifth Doctor recruited by Narvin to fight in the Time War. It's a small thing beyond the part you've read already. Okay. Clarified that a painting in his possession when the Doctor understood he named No More or Gallifrey Falls was in fact named Gallifrey Falls No More. Indeed, Gallifrey's survival was confirmed when the Doctor was drawn to the planet Trenzalore, where the Time Lords had broadcast the question as a message through a crack in time over the planet, as half the universe amassed at Trenzalore to prevent the Time Lords' return. The Doctor refused to answer the Time Lords lest the Time War began anew, and stood guard on Trenzalore for centuries to the brink of dying of old age. Speaking through the crack, Clara urged the Time Lords to prevent the Doctor's death, which was done when they sent regeneration energy which enabled the Doctor to destroy the Dalek forces over Trenzalore while he began his regeneration into the 12th Doctor. Meanwhile, the crack over Trenzalore was closed, the Time Lords electing not to return at this time and place. Capaldi in Deep Breath with the map in the bedroom is my Doctor. That one scene is very good, yes. Sure, why not? McCoy throwing up an egg in Greatest Show in the Galaxy is my Doctor. I do enjoy when he threw up the egg as well. Naja Winnie, you related to nothing? It's following on from the fact that the Watcher wasn't originally... Hang on, I'm going to move the chat a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Oh, God. Let's try and make this work. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now we're cooking with gas. That looks so much nicer. McCoy talking to the cafe barista remembrance. That's really good as well. That's very good. Yes. It's a fine choice. Fine vintage. I will get this right. Let's see how that looks. Oh, yeah. It's like perfectly synced in. My Doctor is a book I don't get used for medical help. So 5 was supposed to look like Colin Baker. Every Doctor should look like Colin Baker. The Doctor should just keep on regenerating back and forth into Colin Bakers forever. You know it makes sense. Okay. Which was done when they sent regeneration energy which enabled the Doctor to destroy the Dalek forces over Trenzalore whilst he began his regeneration into the 12th Doctor. Oh, I saw that bit. It was during the 12th Doctor's life that he came into contact with Missy, a new incarnation of the Master who had reached out to the Doctor after he had saved her along with Gallifrey, which she regarded as mere collateral damage. Following the timeline error incident and the 12th Doctor's regeneration into the 13th Doctor, Time Lords identified Missy as the Master's most recent incarnation in their TARDIS Type 40 instruction manual, also identifying the 13th Doctor as the current operator of the Doctor's TARDIS. Does anyone know if it's true the Trenzalore stuff was supposed to be a whole season? I think that would have been great. If you want a picture of the future, imagine a Colin Baker forever. That was really funny, Najawin. That was quality. I got that. I passed that IQ test. Yes, that was even that's an official Doctor Who fact. It's even in Legopolis. Colin as the 14th Doctor would have went so hard. Imagine if Jodie turned into Colin Baker though. Imagine. That would have been so much more exciting. Najawin, I looked into this at one point, no evidence for it, replying to Vilmunda. Yeah, well, if Najawin looked it up and didn't find evidence, then it probably isn't true. Yeah, they're good for that. Tegan literally gets it explained to her. Or was it one of the others? I don't know. Which one was it? First wave of destruction. Here we go. Colin Baker, curator, is good. That's good to know. Whilst there, he hacked into the Matrix where he found that Gallifrey was built from the Timeless Child, a foundling from an unknown realm who was adopted by the early Gallifreyan explorer Tecteun, who derived the ability of regeneration from the child, who would eventually become the Doctor. Angered that the founders of Gallifrey had lied, the Master sought to make them pay, and proceeded to raise Gallifrey, apparently killing all other Gallifreyans. Anticipating that they could be useful, he made sure to preserve the Time Lord's corpses, and helped himself to advance Gallifreyan technology. Helped himself. What a great choice of words there. I love that. I love that. Oh. Oh, 1 second. 1 second. One second. Okay, I'm back. Hello! I think that Doctor Who is trying to gaslight me into believing David Tennant is the Doctor and all others are just replacements. I get that vibe as well. Can't wait for the Book of the World dramatic read-through stream. Prior to launching his attack, the Master was potentially spotted by a Time Lord known as the Keeper when he entered the Chamber of the Matrix. Recognizing the Master, the Keeper ran for a TARDIS, taking with him the genetic codes used to make the first Time Lords. Knowing that the Master's eyes were always on her, the Keeper could not risk making direct contact with the 13th Doctor, and so set up a gambit to attract her attention, without involving him. To that end, the Keeper sent tiny fragments of transmissions and languages from across the universe to the Doctor's TARDIS on its travels. These fragments did not immediately appear to be of interest or importance, and were initially ignored by the Doctor, whilst the TARDIS continued projecting them every time she was at the controls. The transmission, when pieced together, referenced hundreds of incidents that the Doctor recognised as her own Avengers, and gave the coordinates to Trenzalore, significant for being when the Doctor first made contact with Gallifrey again. You're back, Craig? I'm glad that you're back. Did you tell your friend that I like their artwork, by the way? Because you should. I said dramatic, not televisual. I mean, a bad script is a bad script. Ryan, what, Xavier? What? I like this game that's here. Free watching. We've lost the audience. Where are you all going? Where have you all vanished off to? Spin it, it's too long. -1 watching. Look to the left at that box. What box? -6 not watching, back up to 5. Ads happened. Yeah, I think ads happened there. Godzilla -1 watching. Scroll up a little. Okay. Oh, this section appears information about Epsilon from the Drew Port Edwards to number 276 and Snowfall needs to be added. I know that's you. I am Groot clicked off to look at YouTube shorts. Ah! That explained that. Can't cover the info for myself for obvious reasons, but hey. Yeah. I think my viewing thing is just weird because it says I have 2 people watching right now. YouTube lying to me. I know, I think it's just glitchy because my audience graph is all over the place as well. Yeah. I'm just going to ignore that. I'm just going to ignore that and do what I always do and just stream like there's thousands of you. How long is this article? Long! 1 person is watching. God damn it, YouTube. Where's Popeye? That's the real question. How much longer is this article? Oh my god. I do genuinely think that we should spin the wheel though. Wait, what? 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 What's this, Russell? Russell T. Davis's reframing of the Spy Master's raising of Gallifrey by connecting it with the Death Particle incident and then directly and repeatedly having the 15th Doctor call himself a survivor of this genocide speaks directly to Ncuti Gatwa's own personal history. It is well documented that Gatwa, who plays the 15th Doctor, himself survived the Rwandan genocide. This topic has come up in interviews and Gatwa is open about this part of his history. This was the reason for his emigration from Rwanda to Scotland as a child. I think, you know, the people who say that Ncuti Gatwa isn't Scottish, he's Rwandan. They're some of the most fucking disgusting people out there. They're like pond scum, man. That's pretty cool, to be honest. It is interesting Russell behavior. I did think that it was a bit ham-fisted and a bit like exploitative of Ncuti Gatwa's like lived experience, but if Ncuti was like cool with it and this was like a decision they've made together creatively, then that is honestly, yeah, pretty cool. I don't know. I kind of after watching Joy to the World, I want to see Ncuti be allowed to explore more facets of the Doctor's character in like upcoming stuff. I mean, it seems like Ncuti was all up for it. It does. It does. And at the end of the day, I feel like they're the person to like decide that. People can have 2 ethnicities. Yes, they can. That is very true. That is very true. Russell being ham-fisted? No way. Joy to the World is very stranded to me. I think that Joy to the World, while it does have real problems, I think it's the best showcase for Ncuti Gatwa as the Doctor we've had so far. I think Stephen Moffat gave Gatwa a lot of like meat to chew on that one. Like they gave him so much material to like work with compared to like other episodes. And I get that it's because of scheduling and stuff, but I'm glad that it did fall to Moffat because Moffat writes Doctor dialogue so well. I hope Ncuti can meet the African/Rwandan gods he said he'd like to. I hope so as well. I really hope so as well. Ncuti is so good as the Doctor. I agree. Ncuti is very, very good as the Doctor and very, very talented. And I hope he gets to like do more gears and stuff in like the upcoming season. I feel like we've only just started to see it. Moffat writing Russell Doctor's better than Russell again. Yeah, it is a tradition at this point. 15 being a manipulative sociopath in that one scene. But he wasn't a manipulative sociopath. He was just fucking mad. He was just real angry and didn't know how to deal with it. We definitely like got little bits of like the colder side to the Doctor's personality that I feel like the the rest of the season has kind of shied away from a little bit. That was quite nice though. Anyway, I think we should spin the wheel again. I think we should spin the wheel again. Shooty's 22nd Doctor in the far corners of the EU will be interesting. Yeah, I think they will as well. He did feel very alien in it. Yes, it was nice to see. Right, here we go. Here we go. You guys ready? Because I'm ready.
Yeah, baby.
40. Why just the number 40? What are you about to unleash upon me? Let's find out. We should have had Brexit of Paladon, don't at me. We should have. We still should. Hello, old overlay. Where was the old overlay? Was it there for a second? Did you add Pokemon trading card and Joy to the world? Yes, I did. I'm sorry that you can't see the wheel right now. Hold on. There you go. Fun fact. This right here, not an overlay. This is just the YouTube chat interface, and I've copied and pasted it into OBS. In some ways, the 70s were more political. I think the 70s stuff was a lot more political than the current stuff. I think the current stuff makes really like milquetoast references to left-leaning politics, but never really goes really hard into it. I think the closest we've had with that is probably Oxygen. I would say Oxygen is what Doctor Who should be all of the time. Oxygen should be Doctor Who's default setting. Every single episode should be Oxygen. Oxygen shouldn't even be like remarkable among Doctor Who episodes. But because the BBC has to be committed to neutrality, Doctor Who is kind of paralysed, where it's in a position where it presents itself as a very left-leaning show, and it does like the barest minimum of things to like kind of cosplay as that. But it's always going to end up going down the centre, and there's only ever going to be like like occasional bits of lip service or a writer going rogue. For example, we need the Doctor to be full Green Arrow. I agree. We really do. We really do. Pertwee and McCoy are peak in terms of political commentary, at least. No, I agree. I think those are the two Doctors that the political stuff is probably handled the best in their seasons. I really like Vengeance on Varos as well. I think Vengeance on Varos is one of the best political episodes of Doctor Who. Yeah, the Doctor should be mayor of the UK, like in the show Arrow. I agree. We're already president of the world, so close enough. Hard traveling. Hey, how come the 13th Doctor never got an episode where she got to act as president of the world, by the way? Are we not ready for a woman president of the world? Would it have been too woke for Chris Chibnall? Don't you think that's interesting, though, with like what I was saying before? It does kind of correlate. Press the goal button. Yeah, I think we should, because the 40 thing didn't turn up. So let's do this again. Let's spin the wheel again.
Yeah, baby.
And that's a goal. Well, this is something I know all about, obviously. Let's take a look at sex appeal on the TardisWiki. Okay. We did this page. We did do this page. I do want to show everyone this image, however, before we move on. There's the old TardisWiki overlay. There he is. That's the image for sex appeal on TardisWiki Roulette. If you can Adam and Eve such a thing. He really does get everywhere, doesn't he? Hell yeah. 100% real and true. Oh dear, that's because there's been a woman PM. There have been two. There have been two. They were both awful, but that's not because they were women. It's because they were shits. Whilst confronting the Sycorax within their spaceship, the newly regenerated 10th Doctor openly wondered if he was sexy while winking at an amused Rose Tyler. Rose had bit her lip and nervously grinned, wishing the Doctor hadn't looked at her when he said that from Prose, The Christmas Invasion. It's a bit weird. Wait, haven't there been three? Have there been three? Oh, there have been three! Oh my god! I forgot about Liz Truss! That's amazing! That's gonna get turned into a short. Right there. I gotta say, Colin has more sex appeal than David as speaking as a lesbian. Hell yeah, he does. Hell yeah, he does. That's very true. That's very true. Ryan, I didn't put screen record on. Oh. No, you're doing shorts for Twitch. It's okay. I'll cut that one into a short. Don't worry. I always do the something blue ones. Yeah, Lamb is cutting shorts for me on Twitch now. They sent 30 to me last night because they're goddamn superhuman. What are your thoughts on the 50th anniversary of SNL? I could not give any less of a fuck. That's my honest thoughts. Truss became PM just to see the Queen, then then dipped. Although David was very pretty when he played a trans woman that one time, he looks very good in a dress. That's true, but Colin Baker seems like they're a freak though. They seem like they'd be down for anything. Whilst confronting the Sycorax within their spaceship, the newly regenerated 10th Doctor openly wondered if he was sexy whilst winking at amused Rose Tyler. I already read this part. I'm like Ron Jeremy? I'm like Ron Burgundy. I'm useless without a teleprompter. Well, what if it was the 49th anniversary? Wouldn't that be any less important? I feel like it would be a lot cooler. I feel like you should celebrate the 49th anniversary as well. The Queen died of cringe when she saw Liz Truss. Colin Baker should be the new master. Think about it. Yes. I didn't even need to think about that for very long. I'm like Ron Jeremy, Ryan. Yeah, you can quote me on that. Wait, no, didn't he do bad stuff? He did bad stuff, I think. Don't quote me on that. Joe Biden was a true Irish Catholic. He supported the IRA. Under his watch, the Queen died, and Roe versus Wade was overturned. See, that was funny. That was funny. We're not opposed to making jokes about politics and shit. We just can't have it be miserable. We gotta keep the mood up. I want every stream to be a party, and you're all invited. He had to deal with a personal matter. Well, I hope that personal matter is well and truly dealt with, and you beat the shit out of it. How's it going, my loves? It's all going good. How's it going with you? David Tennant should be the Rani. Yes! David Tennant should be the Rani. Rare Naja win. They happen. I'm a non-violent defender. Sick. Large language models share representations. Others to think before. Leprechaun power riot. When did I say that? I just said it just now, didn't I? That was good. You really got me that time, Craig. That was really clever. I'm gonna have to shower praise on you. David Tennant as Susan, hell yeah. Crystal Guardian? Ah, okay. I only know about the White Guardian and the other Guardian. I only know about those two. I like cheese, Ryan. I do like cheese. I will stand by that one. I'll stand by that quote. That is true. Crystal Guardian is the toy maker. Are they? That's weird. Is that a Russell thing? Is that a Russell thing? I really feel like that's a Ryan. Russell, what the fuck? I am what I am, Ryan. The Crystal Guardian is by some accounts also known as the toy maker. Are they? Is that, oh, it's a Wilderness Years thing. Then it's canon, unquestionably. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson is Joe Biden and Justin Bieber. I don't think that The Rock would play Joe Biden anymore. He's like far right now, isn't he? Because his career tanked. So now he has to be far right. That's how that works. I am Doctor Who. Multiple people, including Doctor Who. The Rani is the monk. Can we spin? We can spin. We can indeed spin. Will we spin? Yes.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, we did this page. Yeah, this page is a little bit 2006. Jordan O'Neill. Justin Bieber should be the new monk. There's a lot of Justin Bieber going on today. Dodo is the master. I thought we all knew that was true. I want them to do that now. I want them to do a story. I want them to do a story where Dodo is in it. And at some point, just have the music go da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. I think that would be really good storytelling. I love it when that happens. It's always a good decision to tell stories that way. Missy isn't actually the master, but a future version of Clara. No, Clara is the original incarnation of the master. I'll have you know. They're the first master. I didn't like that joke. Please subscribe if you liked it. Ryan, do you believe? Monkey's Paw Curls, the 16th Doctor is Harry Styles. Don't say that. Don't say that, because then Russell, who we know watches this stream, will see that and go, ooh, that's not a bad idea. Let's spend half the season budget on it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Take that back. Delete that comment, Xavier Llewellyn. Harry is even British. No, Clara is the Doctor. She says so explicitly. Yeah, and who else poses as the Doctor for a laugh, hey? I'll give you a clue. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. That's my clue. Frankly, I hope Tania Miller is the 16th Doctor. Me too. I think that would be really, really good, actually. I would be very down for that. Yeah, join the subreddit, by the way. r/somethingblue audio. Harry Styles' acting is very funny as someone who has seen his free acting roles. He's a good actor, sort of, but the concept of him acting is funny. To be honest, he's a good actor, sort of, is not good enough to be Doctor Who. You gotta be a really, really good actor to be Doctor Who. Anyway. Jordan O'Neill. That's what we're looking at right now. The Doctor is the master? Very possibly. We've seen this before. It's the G.I. Jane page again. It's just another route to the G.I. Jane page again. Oh, the Doctor, one Rose, the Tania Miller Doctor. You need to be charismatic to be Doctor Who. I thought that was the agreed upon law. I think you need to be charismatic, and ideally you should be really, really good at playing bad guys, and even more ideally, you should genuinely be kind of a strange person in, like, real life. I think those are the main characteristics of Doctor Who. And I will say, I've never seen Shooty play a bad guy. However, they are an eccentric. I think we can all agree. Missy is Ryan Molyneux. That is true. Add the page. What page? Add the Doctor 1 Rose. I will do that. I don't think that Richard Ayoade should be the Doctor. I used to be okay with that, and then he like endorsed Graham Lineham's book. I do think that Richard Ayoade is capable of exuding an air of menace as an actor, because he does it in Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. He actually does quite a good portrayal of like a psychopath. Chris Morris is the Doctor? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. It never happened in a million years. You know what? I want Chris Morris to star in and showrun Doctor Who at the same time. That's what I want. Why did Richard do that, for fuck's sake? Probably just because Graham's his friend, but like he shouldn't have fucking done it, and actions have consequences. Chris Marshall as the Doctor? I don't know if he could do the menace part. I don't know if he could be like scary, though. He's really normal as well. I feel like Chris Marshall is way too normal to be Doctor Who. It's a joke. I know, but I'm doing commentary on my opinion of it because I'm going to cut this into a video. Not gonna lie, I do like Marshall. I like Marshall a lot as well. I think he's a good actor and he seems very likable. I just don't know if I see him as a Doctor Who. I do see him as like a companion. I think he should do the Doctor at least in a spoof. I'd love to see him do Doctor Who in a spoof, ideally written by Stephen Moffat. I think that would be fun. Chris Marshall is the milquetoast of Doctor Who fan casts. He was funny in My Family. He could definitely do the funny stuff. I just don't think he's strange enough, and I don't think he's scary enough. That's my issue with Chris Marshall. Daniel Kaluuya as the Master. That'd be kind of cool, to be honest. I kind of like that. Sorry I butchered his name. So did I. We can both apologize. It's fine. Either way, he would be a really good casting as the Master. He can be fucking scary. Does nobody agree with Chris Barry, Doctor Who? Who's Chris Barry? Oh! You mean Rimmer? Do you mean from Red Dwarf? Do you mean that guy? Yes. He has every single prerequisite for being a good Doctor Who. Yes. Joaquin Phoenix as the Doctor would never happen, but yes, that would be really cool. He would probably do a really good job. He would probably do a really good job. In terms of people who might feasibly get it, though, yeah, Rimmer is pretty good. He has the acting chops and can already be a deeply sad person. That is very true. That is very true. Jared Leto as the Doctor? Fuck no. Absolutely not. Not in a million years. No. We do not need him sending, like, dead rats and condoms to the Big Finish production team. No. Lady Gaga? Yeah, actually, she'd probably do a really good job. Is very, very strange. Is really empathetic. Honestly, after watching... I watched one of her like documentaries because Felicia's a really big Lady Gaga fan, and like I think she would also be a really good ambassador for the show because she already knows how to like communicate with like fan bases and stuff in a really positive way. I think Lady Gaga would actually be a really good shout. If we're talking would never happen because they're too expensive people, then that would be probably actually a really good pick. Nicholas Briggs as Doctor Who? Why not? Let him do it for a season as a treat, Russell. Let Nicholas Briggs be the 16th Doctor. Just do it. Just do it for one season. As a treat. Actually, no, Chappelle Rowan as the Doctor. I've never seen anything with Chappelle Rowan, so I can't comment. Sabrina Carpenter and Olivia Rodrigo as the companions. George Takei as the Doctor and the Master. I do like Lady Gaga. Yeah, Lady Gaga is very likable. Can Rowan act? I didn't even know they weren't an actor. Sabrina Carpenter is a great actress, and also she's a Disney actor, so she could be in the show feasibly. Okay. Now the 16th Doctor will be David Tennant again as a treat. Alright, Ryan, you've committed a cardinal sin. Which cardinal sin have I committed this time? Go on, Xavier, do it. What cardinal sin did I commit? He needs it. He's so underrated. David Tennant with a different haircut all the time. 16th Doctor is an AI-de-aged cotton egg. Don't you mean David Tennant, this totally new man with a glasses, a big nose, and a mustache? Imagine if the 14th Doctor was David Tennant, however, he played the 14th Doctor exactly the same way he plays Dennis Nielsen. Imagine if he was just like, you're Donna Noble, we're old friends. I killed the toy maker and put him in my shed. Imagine! Just stick him in like a grey suit. Groucho Marx as the master, the Markster. You'll just go by John McDonald. Or like Kilgrave. I meant specifically Dennis Nielsen because he's way creepier in that than he is in the Marvel shit. Check out that. Check out Dez. If you want to see a really good David Tennant performance, watch Dez. Is phenomenally good. Though one of them should be the Doctor and one the companion. Chris Pratt as the Doctor? No. Absolutely fucking not. Have you ever seen that video of Chris Pratt talking about Coopers and he says it like it's a slur? Because he's trying to remember what they are because he doesn't know anything about Mario. It's really funny. It's a really funny video. They should have David Tennant as the priest from Inside Man and not question it. Oh, God. Logan Paul as the Doctor, he could use it to promote Lunchley. I thought Lunchley was Mr. Beast. A literal bee as the Doctor. Mr. Beast as the Doctor. Vin Diesel as the 13th Doctor. He loves his fam. It is true. It is true. David Tennant as the trans woman he once played. Audrey Hepburn's ghost as Doctor Who. It's quite a good one. Well, you mean like that CGI ghost from that creepy ad from like a decade ago or whatever? It's both and KSI. Ugh. Oh. Fucking massive YouTubers. Stop. We need a trans actor as the Doctor, to be honest. That is true. Zordon as the 6th Doctor. No, like a real ghost. Does she record her lines via EVP? Like, how's that going to work? Are you going to get Zach Bagans in? Lakeith Stanfield would be a great Doctor. I don't know who that is. I'm going to have to look them up. I'm going to have to look up who Lakeith Stanfield is now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he would. He would. He would. Yeah, that's a good shout. Yes, he would. Yes, he would. Yes, he absolutely would. Hang on. Who's this? I can't remember what this guy's... Oh, I remember now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Here, I'll go into bed. Here's who I'm gonna suggest. This can't happen because he's dead, sadly, but here's who I would have cast as Doctor Who. I would have cast this actual real-world monster and psychopath, Klaus Kinski, as the Doctor, and I would have had Werner Herzog direct him, and I would have signed them up for 7 seasons, just for a laugh, just to see what would happen. Ryan, see my awful idea? Monkey Paul Curls Caitlyn Jenner is the 16th Doctor. My nan said she always wanted John Cleese as the Doctor. Should I put her down? It depends. Does she know what John Cleese is up to now? Because John Cleese You have to understand, Kako Queen, that up until, like, quite recently, John Cleese was seen as a very, very cool person. Like, he threw a lot away when he decided to become, like, an asshole. Yes? Oh, yeah, you should probably do that then. Gary Busey as the Doctor? Yeah, if we're talking, like, people who are monsters, but they're also genuinely insane, and it would be kind of interesting. Yeah, Gary Busey's a good shout. The New Norm as the Doctor. The X Show. Gary Glitter. What did Cleese do? Oh, he's like an anti-woke person now. He's like an anti-woke. He's not like a monster or anything. He's just like a sad old man who decided to become cringe. As far as I'm aware. Jack the Ripper as the Doctor. I suggest a good idea and suddenly this. You know what I'm about. Toby Whithouse is the new show. No. Isn't that just Ryan? Isn't what just me? No, Veronica's the Doctor, the critical drinker as the companion. Glitter as the Doctor. Horse as Doctor Who. Just a horse. Thunderfoot as the Doctor. Wow, did we just time travel back to 2016? Oh my god. Oh my god, everyone turn back before it's too late. More like Glitter as Syl. I can see the resemblance. iDubbbz as the Doctor. I tell you what, I don't know much about iDubbbz because I've never watched one of their videos, but that kid can box. I will say that about iDubbbz. Hitler as Doctor Who. I did watch Creator Clash. All of it. The first one. If they did any more after that, I didn't watch those. But that first one was magical. Anita Sarkeesian as the Master. My favourite part from the first Creator Clash was the YouTuber Dad absolutely surgically dismantling that other YouTuber who was like 20 years younger than them. That was something to see. That was the peak of the entire night. I'm pretty sure it was also the first fight, but there were some good ones. Mel Blanc as an audio-only Doctor. The Rizzler is the new Master, and Big Justice is Doctor Who. The Bird from Iron Man 2 as the Doctor. I wasn't expecting the fucking Bird from Iron Man 2 to get a mention today. That wasn't on my Najawin bingo card. Funko Pop AI as Doctor Who. Didn't some production person jokingly suggest Hitler as the Doctor if they could get anyone from history? I forget where I saw it. That's funny. That's like a witty thing to say. We shouldn't get mad at that person. I don't think they meant it like that. Jim Belushi as the Doctor. Oh god. Oh. At least pick the right Belushi. That was Craig. Craig has a bingo card. No, you're the only one who has a bingo card. I'm sorry. The pigeon from the Christmas Invasion as the Doctor. I already suggested that. In a previous thing. It was high up, but I'm not sure if it was Moffat. It sounds like something that Moffat would say. It sounds like the sort of thing that Moffat would say. And that's fine, because it's funny. I really don't think that Moffat is a Nazoid, guys. If anything, he seems more politically knowledgeable than Russell does, to be honest. He's just a bit 90s, like, Battle of the Sexes sitcom brained, that's all. If you could go back in time and kill baby Hitler, would you do it? Probably. Yeah, probably. Moffat would punch a Nazi, probably. Probably, yeah. He is Scottish, so I wouldn't put it past him. Personification of America as Doctor Who. Donald Trump as the Doctor. It depends on how our universe's time travel mechanics work. Yeah, but like, wouldn't that be a metal way to find out, Xavier? No, you take him to the future and give him to a nice family. No! All you've done there is take Hitler and bring him to the modern day. That solves nothing. All you've done there is give an adult Adolf Hitler access to time travel. If it's temporarily malleable, it'd be making a shit ton of changes. Goodbye, Catholicism. Collateral damage. George Washington is the Doctor. He wouldn't grow up to be a monster. So I had this beautiful blue box and it was bigger on the inside, way bigger, the biggest they'd ever seen. They said, I couldn't believe it, but they said it. Raise baby Hitler in a synagogue. Westworld robot as Doctor Who. Which one? Hopefully the Yul Brynner one, because that's the only one I know, because I haven't seen Westworld, the show. Is it good? I've heard it's good. Anyway, let's spin the wheel again.
Yeah, baby.
We can keep talking about fan casts of Doctors, though. Katarina. Yul Brynner as the Master would be awesome, actually. Honestly, Yul Brynner as the Doctor would be incredible. I think Yul Brynner would have really nailed it. I love Yul Brynner's work. I'm a big fan. I love The Magnificent Seven. The Magnificent Seven is honestly one of my favourite Boomer movies. It's genuinely amazing. Panda as the Doctor, yeah. Is it Black History Month? It is. It's February. It is Black History Month. Happy Black History Month for everyone who celebrates it, including Tardis Wiki Roulette. George Carlin as the Doctor. Yeah, that would have been really good. We all know that would have been really good. Didn't Trump cancel Black History Month? He doesn't have the authority to do that. Because no one has the authority to do that. The Magnificent Seven and Seven Samurai are both awesome. They are both awesome, yes. Jake Gyllenhaal on Doctor Who. Can't wait for the alt-right to piss and shit themselves. It's coming. It's coming, and it's coming soon, too. Anyway, what did that land on? Katarina. Okay. Kiki Palmer is the Doctor. Who's Kiki Palmer? Okay, Katarina. Oh. Taylor Swift Scarf as a companion. Tweak as the Doctor, like from South Park. You mean the kid who's like addicted to coffee? I like that kid. It's a good kid. Katarina was a companion of the first Doctor. A handmaid to Cassandra, she joined the Doctor and Stephen Taylor in the TARDIS after the fall of Troy. Her travels were cut short when she sacrificed herself on the spar to save her friends. A collision between the first and second Doctor's TARDIS eyes meant that she spent 3 more months with them in a timeline that was later reverted by her own choice to defeat the Dalek fleet. The first of the Doctor's companions to die whilst travelling with him, her death weighed heavily on his mind. It's a long one. Oh, no. Let's not read all of this page. Where's the good bit? Where's the good bit of this page? Where's the good bit? We'll read the behind the scenes. I think we should always default to behind the scenes. The Doctor should have a sentient piece of clothing. That'd be fun. Okay, let's look at the behind the scenes. Producer John Wiles and his production team decided to write out Katarina as soon as possible to get around the writing challenges of a character so very unused to modern concepts, and to whom the Doctor would have to explain everything. For example, Katarina did not even know what a key was. They decided to do so in the most dramatic way possible. Katarina was the first companion of the Doctor to die. She would be followed by Sarah Kingdom later in the same serial. However, the first long-term companion to die on screen would not be until Adric's death in Earthshock. Only one episode featuring Katarina, namely the second episode of the Daleks' Master Plan, Day of Armageddon, currently exists in the BBC archives. Bring back the Pertwee Troughton rivalry to the 21st century. Who would you have do it though? Which Doctors would you have that rivalry? Sarah Kingdom, not a companion. What did we say about politics? Alright, let's go.
Yeah, baby.
Night for RTD. End space. Well, I get the feeling this is going to be a long article. You said Kimi Badenoch as Doctor Who, Ryan? Oh, yeah. The carton of milk my dad was going to buy at the store as the Doctor. Not this page. Oh my god, it's so fucking long. Jesus. Jesus. No. 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 Look at this. Look at this. I'm not even halfway done. I'm not even halfway done. I'm over halfway now, but there's still a ways to go. Jesus. No. Absolutely fucking not. And we're done. I thought it was well written when I read it last week. Well, it's long. So we're not doing it. There's also a massive argument on the talk page. Oh, for fuck's sake. Of course there is. Make this for 3 hours? No. I need to take a break before I do fucking Undertale tonight. For you. I was mostly talking about the annoying stuff about the name and the technical details of it. Oh, okay. Sweet. Awesome. That was D&D stuff for like my life, real life D&D. That was important. It wasn't actually important, but it's probably important. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know my life. Honestly, I really want a Sonic the Hedgehog Doctor Who crossover, like unironically characters like Chaos or Dark Gaia would be really interesting as antagonists for a story. What little I know about Sonic, I can see some areas to explore there. That's true. Undertale Wild Magic as Doctor Who. Quick question, Ryan. What name would you call the universe from Doctor Who that most stories take place in? The universe. Either the universe or Universe 1. Or Universe Prime. I wouldn't call it End Space. It's actually not the universe. Capitalized, I guess. Why? Am I being tested right now? What's going on? What's going on? So you wouldn't call our universe the universe. The universe or the universe. Oh! The first one, I wouldn't call it the universe because obviously we live in a multiverse and there's nothing to suggest that our universe, i.e. the Doctor's universe, because Doctor Who is real, there's nothing to suggest that that universe is any more significant than any other universe that exists in the multiverse. It's actually Universe 3. Our universe is Earth 1218, I think. How come it would be Universe 1 then? Chauvinism. Earth 52 or whatever. Once we find the multiverse, I'm all for a glorious conquest of the multiverse. Doctor Who is real. He is approaching rapidly. Yeah, to stop me. I'd say it was my universe since it's the one I'm from if I was explaining it to an extraterrestrial visitor. I know. Don't forget the Doctor Who is in your walls. British Empire colonized the multiverse. Unironically, an idea for a film that I've had for a long time is Earth gets invaded by a British Empire from another universe. That's a film I'd love to see that would never get made. Enforces gender and capitalism everywhere. Ryan Geek pro-colonialism when it comes to the multiverse. It's wild. I'm not pro-colonialism when it comes to the multiverse. I'm a neocon when it comes to the multiverse. I think our universe has the best values, has the best traditions, and has the best framework and checks and balances for keeping bad people from ever taking power. And so it is our moral duty to spread our values through the multiverse to every other Earth. Fair enough. See? Doesn't it make a lot more sense now? In another universe, we're all anti-woke. That's true. What about the universe where everyone is a dinosaur? That's going to be the first one that we stop off on, because we need war beasts. We need war beasts for this conquest. Think about it, Kako Queen. You go to the one with dinosaurs first, then you go to the one with robots, then you go to the one where people have superpowers. Too bad more universes are created when we don't reach them and or fail at our mission. No, that's just more opportunities for plunder. Don't you get it? The biggest problem with colonialism, this is not the biggest problem, but a big problem with colonialism is that it's unsustainable, because you eventually run out of land and resources. Not so on a multiversal level. A universe where Ryan is just a piece of sentient furniture. The multiverse is a Hydra, Ryan. Yeah. Too bad universes are created. Yeah, don't get me started. Most of them would have been 100% feasible. They're theoretical, but IDW went crossover mad with those specific properties as soon as they lost Doctor Who. The robot universe, when you dump all the water from the universe when the Earth flooded everywhere. Yeah, that's how you short out the robots. The biggest problem with colonialism is that it's unsustainable. Ruben. I don't know who this Ruben is. Short Circuit, like the film. Doesn't that film have blackface in it? Doesn't Short Circuit have like a white man pretending to be Indian in it? We should spin. We should spin, yeah. Let's spin. Brown face? Yeah, true. Alright, let's spin the wheel.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. We should watch Short Circuit on stream. Halloween. Should watch Dimensions in Time in the Discord. That's what we all should do. Halloween, alternatively spelled Halloween, was a human holiday traditionally celebrated on 31st of October. It was customary to dress up on this occasion. Candy was also associated with Halloween. Harry Houdini died in Detroit on Halloween. On Halloween 1938, Orson Welles broadcast a radio play adaptation of H.G. Wells' novel The War of the Worlds, convincing certain members of the American population that Mars had really invaded. At some point during the 1990s, Amelia Pond made Rory Williams dress up as the Raggedy Doctor for Halloween. Take Talons of Wen Chiang drinking game, take a shot when the story has racist content on it. You would be dead before the first episode, mate. Dimensions in Time is not a bad story, and I'm tired of people pretending it is. We got more Into Who crossovers and the masterpiece of a Dalek Time War story that hasn't got the license for the Daleks and can't include them, so doesn't, but did get the usage for Absalom Tag. Time Flight racism drinking game would be fun. It would. By the early 21st century, a goth clothing shop called Fashion Paradox existed on New Oxford Street in London, on the site where the real Fashion Paradox's Gregorian Compact was signed in the 18th century. Seemingly by coincidence, they had a tradition of adorning their shop window mannequins with skull masks every Halloween. Dimensions in Time makes me seasick. On the planet of Verticulus, non-humans also celebrated Halloween. Jack-o'-lanterns with spider legs were placed outside as decorations, and the inhabitants of Verticulus knocked on doors and asked trick or treat, but instead of candy, they expected baby brains. When Amy gave them jammy dodgers instead, they covered the TARDIS in toilet paper and eggs. Comic Halloween. Yes, pretending, Najawin. It's a stupid holdover from the 1990s when Whovians were allergic to fun. Dimensions in Time is Moffat Light. I think you're getting a little bit crazy there, personally. I personally don't like Dimensions in Time. I don't like it either. I think it's weird that there's been this cultural movement in the last couple of years. I think I am not, and I respect you for that. No, it's bad. It's understandable why it's bad. I'm with Najawin on this. I don't know. But if you like it, that's totally valid, and you're allowed to like it. In September 2018, Sheffield resident Dean mistook the Stenzar warrior Sim Shaw for someone wearing a Halloween costume early, thus nicknaming him Halloween. Sim Shaw responded by killing him. I can see why people like it, it's just not my kind of thing. Cultural move in the last few years? No, it's people deprogramming themselves. It's funny. Though this has never been an officially titled Halloween special of Doctor Who or its televised spin-offs, there have been 3 episodes in total that premiered either on or around Halloween. The only Doctor Who episodes to officially air on Halloween were the first part of Planet of Giants, the Zygon Invasion, and most recently the Halloween Apocalypse, which with its Halloween setting could be considered the closest the show has to a Halloween special, with its status as the first episode of a regular series, not to mention it being the first episode of a serial that ran throughout the rest of November, being the only opposing factor. The penultimate Series 8 episode, Dark Water, aired the day after Halloween on 1st of November 2014. A review of the episode from The Independent called it everything you could ask for from a Doctor Who finale the day after Halloween, a reference to the show's particularly morbid subject matter not being all out of place around the holiday. In spin-offs, the first episode of K9, Regeneration, was broadcast on Halloween in 2009. Televised Doctor Who was set to enjoy its first set of Halloween specials via the Sarah Jane Adventures, which was planned to have 4 such specials appear sometime after its truncated 5th series. As with the remainder of Series 5, the specials were never produced due to the death of Elizabeth Sladen. Well, we don't want to end this on a sad note, so I think we should spin the wheel one more time and see where we end up.
Yeah, baby.
Yes, let's do that. Public domain! Don't strain your brain, just pick something from the public domain. Okay. Oh. I guess it doesn't have a page. Shit. Well, you've still got me. Okay, page, but no promposal. I was in Doctor Who Comic Creator. I canonically helped 2 doctors save the world. Did you guys know that the guy from the Master, who plays the Master in Something Blue Audios, Adam Lloyd, the guy who plays the Master in the Answer Doctor stories, he was in Doctor Who as an extra. He played an extra in the Daleks Take Manhattan. He was in the musical number scene. You know, the You Put the Devil in Me? He was in that. He's one of the dudes in the crowd, ogling Tallulah. I like to think that it is the Master. That's still so cool. Was he the lady? He was not the lady, unfortunately. Unfortunately. He's really good, by the way. He's really fucking good at playing the Master. He's genuinely like a really good actor. Is he the Answer Master? Yes. Yes. He is. He's excellent. He's really, really good. He's in the 60th and he's in some other episodes, but he'll be back. He'll be back. He's the Question Master. I like that, actually. I might steal that. He's the Question Master. Okay, let's spin the wheel.
Yeah, baby.
Well, I mean, I know I said I didn't want to end it on a downer, but we have to look now, don't we? I was in Crikey Town Cats at the... Yeah, baby! Oh, god damn it. Najawin is happy. Now I know I'm fucked. Put the Master episode in the... Put the Master music in the episode where he's an extra. That would be really funny, actually. That would be really funny to do. Oh, man. That would be really, really funny to do. I was in an episode of Numberjacks when I was a toddler, not a joke. That's cool. In the 2000s, a joint UK-US invasion of Syria overthrew the country's dictator before handing control over to the United Nations. Sometime after the invasion, at least 3 factions were vying for control over the country, fighting against occupying forces. By the 2010s, a war had started that led to many to flee the country as refugees. A refugee camp was set up in Kahramanmaraş in neighbouring Turkey. A Syrian family from Damascus made up of Amira, Yana, and their Baba and Umi fled to Turkey after a rocket hit their house. While Amira and Yana survived their trip across the Mediterranean Sea, their Umi did not. Yana would later pass away while being smuggled across the English Channel. Baba lost contact with the rest of the family as he was first to leave the country and reunited with Amira in London in 2016. That is so sad. Oh my god. That is so sad. Those poor people. What a light-hearted end for this stream. Hakan Amiri was a Syrian refugee who lived in Wales. Prior to the war, Hakan had done research into computer programming and psychographics and would later create models of human behaviour for social media. That's a nice one. Though not identified as such, the war referencing both the Stonehouse and Aliens Next Door was intended to be the real-world Syrian civil war and its refugee crisis, which were ongoing at the time both were released. However, a notable example of how history in the DWU differs from the real world is that the invasion of Syria referenced in the Unit Audio series. It is analogous to the real-world invasion of Iraq, which overthrew Saddam Hussein, which has also been referenced in DWU sources. Notably, 2 significant parallels in this analogy are that in the early 21st century, Syria and Iraq were the only 2 states ruled by Ba'athist regimes, and each had a significant Kurdish minority population. That sounds like a bunch of fucking excuse making to me. You did something really stupid and irresponsible, and now you're trying to backtrack. That's what that sounds like to me. You were like, oh, Syria, that's close enough. That's basically the Middle East. Fucking goddamn it. This is why DC and Marvel make up fake countries for this shit. Or just reference the real world events and don't be cowards. Pudsey Bear and Pudsey literally have pages on the wiki as the Doctor's friend. I think that's the note we should leave this stream on. Whoa, the writers never explained that. Wait, that's just someone fan wanking then? Oh, you wrote that! Oh! Oh, to explain the similarities? Oh. Oh. The planet bedtime story channels. I'm glad that you've used the TARDIS Wiki to explain some real world politics shit there. Sometimes you get the pigeon from the Christmas invasion. Sometimes you get this. Honestly, I hope they do that again with Shooty or something would go hard. Because Iraq and Syria were actually geopolitically similar. Nobody used that country. They spent so much time adding that to the planet. Well, it appears that I was mistaken. And that I may have unleashed my ire at the wrong time. It has been known to happen from time to time. It is what it is. Anyway, yeah, no, this is the end of the stream and the end of the show. I will be back tonight playing Undertale and whatnot, so I hope to see you there. And yeah, have a wonderful night. For those of you who are only watching the TARDIS Wiki Roulettes, I will be back on Tuesday with more mischief. So hopefully I will see you then. What time? What, tonight? In like an hour and a half. I'll be there in like an hour and 20 minutes, actually. Hour and 20 minutes is when we start. I would watch, but it's dreadfully late. I am thinking about doing some earlier streamy things because I know it's late for people. Okay, for those of you who can come though, it would be very much appreciated. But yeah, I would be fine with doing earlier streams too. We'll talk about that sometime, but not right now because I'm going. Bye, 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 bye.